guys, I'm Florina and I'm here with Venesse, who came to New Zealand to study. When did you arrive in New Zealand?
I came here 5 months ago.
And in this 5 months, you learned already a lot about New Zealand. And she's going to share 5 things with us that she didn't know about New Zealand. So go ahead, what's the first thing that surprised you?
The first thing that surprised me is how early the shop closes in New Zealand.
Sure.
I was so shocked, because in Malaysia, shops close around maybe 10 or 11 and some restaurants even go 24 hours.
Yeah.
But in New Zealand, everything closes around 5 or 6 o'clock and some cafes even earlier than that.
Yeah, 3 p.m. So you really have to look online first before you book a place.
Yeah, and making sure you get everything done before that.
Yeah.
Another thing that surprised me is how expensive eating out is in New Zealand. In Malaysia, I can spend around maybe $3 New Zealand and I can get a whole meal.
No way.
But in New Zealand, you spend around $15 New Zealand dollars for a meal.
Yeah.
Which is quite pricey.
Yeah. Well, the best thing I think is to go out with a group.
Yes.
And then there's lots of great Korean restaurants around here.
Yeah.
So just go with a group and then you can order some platters together and share.
Yeah.
That's a good way to eat out of it.
Yeah, that's a great way to try different things.
Yeah.
And still keep the cost down.
What about studying? Is it different? Studying in Malaysia and studying in New Zealand?
Yeah, definitely. New Zealand people, they actually very prioritize work-life balance. But in Malaysia, I start school around 7 o'clock and I finish at 3, and then I will have extra curriculums, I have to do sports and stuff, and then I also have to go for tuition till 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
So from 7 to 10 p.m. you're
doing just studying, learning new sports, playing sports, learning new
wow, so a lot
skills.
more free time in New Zealand.
Yeah, just a lot more learning.
Yeah.
And I think people that when they work in Malaysia, they finish around 6 or 7 and they want to bring their work back home.
Yeah.
But in New Zealand, people just stop 5 p.m. I'm done, I go home. You know?
Yeah. And so the culture in general, is that also very different? Or what did you learn about New Zealand?
People here are really laid back, the way that they the fashion, the hairstyle, everything, and even the way that they communicate. So I realized that people really like to shop at thrift stores in New Zealand.
Sure.
It's really a thing, and but in Malaysia, you mainly shop at big brands retail, fast fashion kind of brands that you know, American brands. But in New Zealand, people like to shop at thrift stores, which is and they can actually go up quite expensive.
It's vintage stuff.
Yeah, vintage. Yeah, they really like vintage clothes, and it's a trend.
Yeah,
I think
it's cool here.
Yeah, mullets is one of them. People in New Zealand, you see a lot of guys with mullets and stuff.
Yeah, you don't see that hairstyle in Malaysia.
You don't, but yeah.
And communication you mentioned. What's different?
So in New Zealand they use Facebook still to post stuff and things like that, and I'm just and I had to get used to that because I was when I first came here I was these people are weird, why are you guys still using Facebook? But in Malaysia they use WhatsApp, Instagram, and they really like to send voice message. But in New Zealand, people just text. You won't really get a voice message from someone.
That's so true. I'm the only one doing that.
Yeah, only you.
Everybody texts.
Everybody texts. They don't send voice messages and stuff.
Yeah.
Last thing is the pigeons. The pigeons here are massive. They are huge, and they will come up to you and fly to you and eat your food and stuff. Yeah, they are not afraid of people. I think it's because New Zealand people really like to feed them. And
stop feeding them pigeons.
And
you're too kind.
Yeah, and Malaysia, if you go close to them, they fly away.
No animals in Malaysia?
Actually there's a lot of stray cats around, and they even go into restaurants and stuff. Wow. And the restaurant owner, no one will kick them out. They would just go in. Wow. Yeah, and
you don't see that here.
Yeah, you don't see that in New Zealand. New Zealand doesn't have much stray pet. I don't think there's any. No. You'll always see the pets with an owner or someone, unless they're lost. But
Yeah. Well, you learned a lot in those 5 months. I hope you learned something too. Thanks for watching. That's all from us today.
Remember to like and subscribe and comment down below what you want to learn about New Zealand next.
See you next time.
Bye bye.